Howdy gamers, Laffenstein here with Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight Dating Sim Part 1. Earlier today, I posted the true ending that I received playing The Spirit, where you and the Spirit eventually fall in love. And a lot of gamers asked me how I got that ending, I got friend-zoned, etc, so I decided to edit down my first playthrough and share that with the YouTube community. So if you find this guide useful and it helps you land that big, dreamy date with the Spirit, be sure to sub to the channel, leave a like, comment, let me know how you're enjoying Hooked on You. I actually enjoyed the game quite a bit and I'm debating on going through a second playthrough, so without any further ado, let's start the date. Bussy. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here, but in fact you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Bussy. Wow. Really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Ellipses. Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Bussy. May I continue? Please, go on. Okay. Then, as I was... Ellipses. As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Run. Close your eyes. Dig up that face. Let's dig up that face. Don't know, I was joking about Meghead. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. There's no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. A gold coin. You examined the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you're going to spend it right now? Why not? Why not? Says Bussy. Well, hello there, I'm Dwight. Well, hello there, I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette. Trying to do a really nerdy voice. We'll take that. Oh, Claudette's stupid cute. I hope this outfit becomes available for her. There's zero gravity on those boobs. There is none. Claudette quickly relieves you of your gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-time prospector before handing it back to her. And this is for you. Claudette presents you with a tropical drink. That does look good. When you take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent in your estimation. But I gotta ask, could somebody maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? It really takes some fun out of the fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. Wall break. Thank them for the delicious drink. This is suspicious. Spit that out. I'll thank him for the drink. Bussy, thanks for the drink. It's quite delicious. You're welcome. Oh. Well, they said something. Go with it, Dwight. It's normal to be thanked for doing a good job. Oh, he probably said, did somebody just thank me? His backstory is being underappreciated as work, like a shit ton. Normal to be thanked for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump onto your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. The Huntress. Little help, please. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura, reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. I like that it clarifies via your eyes. Can Huntress crush me? Is that Wraith? That is Wraith. He's already shy. He's just like, oh my god, I can't believe our volleyball landed over here. Everybody's happy, though. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? I'm dating the spirit. This isn't up to me. No thanks. Go fuck yourself. No thanks. Damn, what an alpha move. You just became the type of person who says no thanks to a group of actual killers. No one tells you what to do, says the ocean to me. Thanks for nothing, I guess. Huntress jogs over to collect the ball from the ground next to you. For someone so large, she moves deftly and silently across the sand. It's hard to make out his expression from behind the mask, but it seems the trapper might be smirking. As you try to read the trapper's face, you realize that the two of you have been staring into each other's eyes for a really long time, though everyone else has headed back to the volleyball court. Finally, you can't take the tension and you look down, breaking his gaze. As soon as you do, he turns to follow them. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Bussy. You were made for this. Well, geez. If the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? Oh, hey, girl. You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Deep sigh. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Oh, he's our pretty dum-dum. He's our himbo. That's our himbo. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey Bussy, you might want to, you know, say something. Actually, never mind, there'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz, and it will be very important later. Alright. Are you ready, gamers? For our timed quiz? So am I. Alright. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? Very. I'd say I'm very attractive. Thanks. That's what you think very attractive is compared to this? Trapper flexes and his muscles are so tight, you can practically see the blood running through his veins. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Visibility, flight, super strength. Flight. Flight, for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? History. History. Nice. It's important to know what came before, so we're not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. Ooh, okay. A little bit of a nihilist pessimist. What's your favorite animal? Dog, cat. Dog. Dog. You look absolutely adorable in a little puppy mask. Okay. Trapper is such a musclehead. I think he said alpha. Or something. What's your favorite color? Blue. Blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? Astronaut, nightclub promoter. Not working at all. Not working at all. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damned millennials. Best flavor ice cream. Uh-oh, Trapper Boomer Daddy? Vanilla, chocolate, horseflesh. Oh, chocolate. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Ellipses. Mine is vanilla swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. Chocolate. Alright, I'm actually going to choose mint chip here because they're making me. So obedient. I think you're going to do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. Oh, guys. I'm nothing like everyone else. It could be. The ocean totally could be the entity. And that'd be cool. That'd be the first time that we hear them talk. I'm not like other girls. I'm quirky. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. Oh my god. He's an absolutely fucking himbo. Wraith doesn't look awful. Wraith is fine-ish. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Geez, it's like she's downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no. Wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. I'm not reading the lore in this game again. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Oh. Oh. It means like fucking. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Oh, okay. He means like in a physical sense. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. Also, I hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, and the way it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Yeah, left, I think, is Spirit. I think this is the Spirit. Bussy. It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge. The Spirit is a total pillow princess, by the way. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, and enjoying a cool drink on a hot day? It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in quite frankly any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we probably should give her a second to calm down. Hold on. Just for one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinator. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only ones. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence, why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here for a long time, so very long I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now... Oh my, how does her feet stand like that? That's insane. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with the options whenever possible, and just don't run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this island. Dwight. Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. Oh, what? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? Oh, no, 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 no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true. He was, but he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway a couple miles south of here. It's much fancier accommodations than this island. Can't get over Dwight. Dwight looks so cute. I know those positions, right? Claudette was so cute. Say, Free, how you doing? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Claudette is so free. I think Claudette's cute all the time. That's why I mained her initially. But yeah. Dwight is super cute. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all the money that comes, a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter mostly when I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? Here again. The spirit. Finally. Freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would have engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a she takes the conspiratorial tone. Conspiratorial tone. Okay, like mischievous, conspiring. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, you guys really love the spirit, right? I threatened to kill every single person on this island. Her sunbat is huge. But it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around this island. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. You're welcome. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please just make it quick. Dwight's just begging to die. Claudette, a little nervous. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Ah. Nervous. Aha, ha, ha, hilarious. Right? Right, Dwight? Yes, right. So what'll you be having? Vodka soda, sangria, scotch, rocks, virgin daiquiri. I think I'm going daiquiri. I think I'm going to go for the fucking daiquiri. I didn't come here to party. I'm just trying to make the best of a very strange situation. I don't know. How about a daiquiri? You can party without alcohol. I know how to make that. Let's skip the liquor. I'll have mine virgin. Crapper snickers at your choice of words. Sure you will, kid. Don't mind him. We don't need to soak ourselves in booze just to please someone else's expectations. Oh my god, good for you, Spirit. If you ask me, there's enough spirits here already. Besides, alcohol just numbs you to the painful realities of the world. I choose to face them head on. You never do something like, I don't know, hide from it behind the world's largest hat or anything? Please allow me to ignore any fashion advice from the man wearing a doll's face as a mask. Not a doll's face, jerk. Oh, I didn't know that. Since we fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set a foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? What a beta himbo. I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at this non-sports after-school activity that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fiction, or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life, the escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of us readers here. I'd imagine based on that response, they were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Bussy, what's your favorite desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. It means because this is an island of horror villains, and also the books are all in public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. Soft. Humanity has gotten soft. So what's your favorite? Frankenstein. I didn't actually read it, but I've seen like 3 movies versions of Frankenstein. They've all been pretty good. You know, you can lie to make yourself look smarter. They're killers, not mind readers. Oh, that's a good one. Seeking knowledge but finding only death? Yeah, been there. I can't say that my experiments have been as successful, but, well, fingers crossed. And fire, don't even get me started. Experiments? Rat. Not again, I swear. Every excuse you give him, it's this talk about... Cough. Shut up, cough. Did you just tell me to shut up? Sorry, cough. Sorry, cough. Take it from me. This one likes to think he's a scientist, but he's actually the monster. Can I be a little bit of both? Like I said, I haven't actually read it, but that sounds smart enough that I'd be willing to believe it's the true meaning of the story. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Uh-oh. He's been drinking. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Hey! Great idea! Trickster, isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules. I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello. And who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know what's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game. Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea while also teasing the secret trickster ending. I've got much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That is... First you spin, then you swap spit. That is. Okay. Well, let's be clear. This ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. Bussy, you're up. Who's ready to kiss the Bussy? Huntress? Spirit? Yes! Yes! Alright, there we go. Easy. Easy peasy. Yay, Huntress. Apparently, when Twitch started, it was a tie. Stop the count! Rigged. Go back. We had to go back. I know, that was about to be death by Snoo Snoo. She was just trying to get her swerve on. Spirit is your true match. I gotta date the Spirit. That was the community challenge. We're dating the Spirit. As nice as Huntress would have been. Oh. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach, pal, at Spirit. Lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Spirit takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Spirit, I have some bad news for you. I have something in my teeth, don't I? I think it might be seaweed. I have no idea how long I was in that ocean. No, well, maybe, but that's not what I was going to say. It's not happening. Not now, maybe not ever. If they think I'm going to make out with some stranger just because the bottle told me to, they've got another thing coming, and so do you. Namely, a katana into your heart, if you even try to make a move under such absurd circumstances. I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I know. You seem pretty harmless, and not at all that bad to kiss, if I were interested, which I'm not at this moment in time. Are we going to tell them we kissed? We are. I'm not above lying to get what I want. So that thing about me being not that bad to kiss, was that a lie to get me to play along? If you want to know the truth, figure it out for yourself. But don't expect this life to just hand you gifts like me. All I was ever handed was pain and suffering. Woe is me. My mom walks in while I'm watching this. I'ma just die. Straight up, that's the problem with watching anime. So many cool things can happen in an anime, but your family will only walk in during fan service. Spirit is a girl boss. I hope she doesn't girl boss too close to the sun. My name is Bussy. It's funny in this game, Colonel, when they're just like, Bussy, you were made for this. I'm seeing a lot of red flags with the Spirit. Yeah, oh hell yeah. He's not alive. He's severed. Threatens to murder people. Spirit getting too pompous for his self-imposed nerd. Yeah, I don't know. He's something. I've also said that I'm extremely attractive. My character is also extremely unlikable. They wanted help, and I'm just like, no thanks. I'm very attractive. If you want to know the truth, figure it out for yourself, but don't expect this life, blah, 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 pain and suffering. Treat me well, and I'll return the favor. Otherwise, try a different route and see what happens. I hate to break up such a passionate moment. Then we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We want anyone dying of starvation, when there's so many more interesting things to die from. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. White and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's a very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific, it seems like everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expectitster. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Alright guys, so you're probably wondering, what's the joke here? So, now, his name is the Trickster, right? Meaning that somebody plays tricks on you, and that's also, since it ends with stir, right? That is like his name or like title, right? So he is the one who tricks, the trickster, right? So when the narrator called this character the expected stir, this is where it gets rich. So it would be like the opposite of his name, which is to trick. The opposite is expected, so they call him the expected stir. Pretty clever. Pretty clever, if you ask me. You know a friend who would be obsessed over the trickster if he was dateable? That's a PogChamp joke. It's good. Yeah, this game is pretty interesting. Stare what? I just want to make sure that these people get these jokes. Colonel, I want to make sure people get the jokes. I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure. My whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you looking real good, Bussy. Real good. They're saying my trickster's telling me my Bussy looks good. All right, you looking real good, Bussy. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. Okay. No, seriously. Their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be the lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? See, that's what I've been telling you guys for years. They're not bugs. They're features. They are not bugs. They are features. Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit at one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Excuse me. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you were serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which, you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Bussy, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's going to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps? I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree buttons down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Wow, he's right for a change, because I'm the one with the broad axe, and it's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in a twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contests. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. Okay, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. I hate it when we fight or talk or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to his second death. Hey, Bussy. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. We're eating Felix? Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, and all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. We hate it when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Okay, like a skill check? Okay. Ready. Ready? Okay, away we go. Slice. Perfect. Perfect. You missed completely. Not bad. Oh. Whoop. You missed completely. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with the less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. That sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their mask. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Bussy. Number 2 is no number 2. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. You see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't even think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation. Why? What do you want to tell them? This is gross. I'm sorry. Look at that seagull. Look at that seagull. Wow, you ever seen a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Bussy. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Uh-oh. He's just made a lot of good points, I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or something poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't even eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Your friend, mentor, and guide narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You had to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. Too many of those to count. Hopefully you can pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and over, having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right? True. For this place holds many secrets, even from itself, but the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. Oh, I gotta give it up. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It is your best interest to make more choices that I like. The choices might be yours to make, but they're mine to reward. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of... You've always been alone. Maybe it's Spirit's words, maybe it's the ocean, or maybe it has always been this way, but you suddenly feel connected to the spirits where... What? I thought I was being mean. Fuck. God damn it. Alright. I may not remember much about my life before, but there's only one thing I know to be true. I've always been alone. And I will always be alone. Spirit has turned from looking at the ocean and is looking directly at you now. It's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone. Together. It's the best we can hope for. Maybe. Or maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible to pretend we know anything. Is that just arrogance? Ugh, I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself. And now I'm all I've got. Girl, true, slay. First of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. Oh, fucking badass. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds fucking badass. She's so dark and brooding that anything dark and brooding makes her happy. There. Right? Right? But I didn't let it out, and then I, chop chop, and now that dragon is pretty much on a one-track revenge beat. Pretty much a one-track revenge beat. That's fucking metal. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? Nothing but darkness. No dragon, just a lot of fire. No dragon, just fire. A raging inferno. In fact, begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon. I'm sorry, but you're no dragon. And breathing fire, that's some hobbit-type nonsense. I'm a descendant of proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole nother level. Looks like there's only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. I thought I said I wasn't a dragon. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's scheduled activities. That's strictly slotted in the for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes. That's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly made an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, but I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how the scheduling thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on this newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule here even once? Damn it, Donald. If you were trying to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and Muss are back on you two. No. I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, Bussy, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Spirit. I choose you, Spirit. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me, and I literally pulled a guy's skull out of his spine, but at once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess I can just sit down and... Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's not worth fighting, and they know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and I'm going to tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night, warm rain from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hada, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in its size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if it was conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Help me, cried someone from inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped in prison, his voice trembling. By now, it was as if every detective in the city was there. Looking the strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side, it doesn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid, and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for the single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up, and here I was. I'm so scared, please help me, I cried the man, as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hala comforted this man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hada was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her like it never had before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hada. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story. Looking through the narrowest passageway, Detective Hada watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of this strange, sad prisoner. Together, they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promise, asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages that she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hada, for she knew he would return. And he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked. Promise? Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised, I do, and pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box without truly knowing why, Detective Hada leaned forward and placed her own lips on the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion she could feel in the brief contact, the beating of her heart pulsing, blood through every inch of her body matched beat for beat in this soft touch. Thank you, said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back, yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hada and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches. A symphony of mechanical activity. A symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered as if an unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hada gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward in the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There in the corner of the box was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hada had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue, tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the sky, into the fire, up the sky, anywhere but at the spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale, so sad, so creepy, so sensual. You really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure to act. Gwen and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something. Say nothing, hug her. That's a cool story. Stand up and try to start one of those slow claps. Oh my god. Cool story. Cool story. Snort laugh. Thanks for the feedback. Spirit floats away as everyone looks wide-eyed at you. It was pretty cool. So nice of you guys to provide validation. Yeah, smooth move, doofus. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they all can have a moment alone before bed. I told you I'm hate dating the spirit. That's why I'm just hitting her with that cool story. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds before the trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day. And even when you're a narrator, you're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. And cool. All right, let's get back into the game. Had my little food break. Got my water. Hopefully everybody's stretched and hydrated. Feeling Paul-Gadelphia. Dipping in hot tubs with the spirit. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that? Yeesh. Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure the killer companion could handle it. I just want to be totally clear, even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form, not symbolically, not metaphorically, not otherically. Busty, I believe you completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, and so is the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island, trapped one might say, in a most puzzling place. Also, a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue, your lips are blue. Really? You'd call this blue? Searching for answers, hoping to find revenge. Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidence. Sorry, the coincidences. Features, not bugs. Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins, or, well, maybe it has coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. You know how many swords that is? A lot. You've got to figure that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story. Like watching a movie in my sleep. When I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin, I've never been able to shake it. That's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Who cares? Who says I believe anything? And for that matter, who even cares what I think? Our beliefs are our business, no one else's. Well, I'll be. That's a strong take. You've got to cultivate your own garden. What? Come on. Trying to hate date you. That's a strong take. You've got to cultivate your own garden. I just admire you, Bussy. Thank you. You're not offering up your thoughts or opinions simply to feed the curiosity of others like some of the more desperate residents of our little paradise. Good for you, I say. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe if you believe her or not? Do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing, free her from her puzzle box. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpse cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is the... Damn it, got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain to someone standing before you with a fresh towel ready to dry you off. Sorry, kids, but it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all of the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch as Spirit stares off in the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats. Motherfucker. He's actually going for the Spirit, Ussy. I am Sheldon. What's up? How you doing? Welcome on in. It was the community challenge. I even did something where I accidentally landed on. I even did something where I accidentally landed on the Huntress, and I loaded my save file and ran that shit back. We're going for the Spirit, Ussy. And my name is Bussy. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Or Thursday. Hope you're having a good Thursday so far, homie. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum, or our other guests are the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. What? My pleasure. Mini games consist. Ready to play? Ready. Ready. Away we go. As you relax into the fire and the radio begins to fuzz and flicker, you examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. What? "98 rock. Nothing but rock." Let's see what's on this station. Alright, so Dead by Daylight theme song is 98. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if there would be any significance to the numbers. Spirit Hussy would be the couple name. Listen more. So 98 is that. Let's see what's on this station. I don't know what that is. Do you guys know what that is? Damn, what a jam. That would totally put me to sleep, true. Alright. Is that just a campfire? Sounds like a background sound for a map. I don't know. Let's turn it off though. We should, if we listen to one more, if we listen to a third one, we're going to wake somebody up. No doubt, right? Let's do it. Let's wake them up. 92 Q. Let's see what's on this station. It's the clown. It's the clown menu music. It's so good. Perfect. Turn it off. We found it. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? You hear nothing. It was super quiet. Bum bum bum. You guess the other one was a background sound? Yeah, it's super quiet. My audio is a little bit louder than what you guys can hear. We'll go with Spirit, obviously. Are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. Oh. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo. I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I want it back though, and if you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me. If it's the last thing I start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky by now, but you had a whole day of strange voices in your head. But this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. You know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. But guess what? Drink as much as you'd like, and you'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't know what you're up to. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Huntress is rifling through your pockets. Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you, merely trying to get you noted by better, but seeing what sort of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with the Spirit right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but, well, yes, I'm saying that I don't. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up. So I was making sure they didn't do anything fishy. And I was making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. While I've got you, you should really consider spending more time with me. I'm not scary. You're not? Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you since you got here, you know? Not in a creepy way. Huntress pauses for a long moment. Yeah, random. Creepy. Very creepy. How you doing, Random? Hope you're doing well, homie. Huntress pauses for a long moment. All right, in a charmingly creepy way. I've noticed how fun-loving you seem. If you spend some time with me tomorrow, maybe I'll take you to this special place I found. None of the other killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet and isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. That all sounds very enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Huntress places a gigantic hand on your forehead and your eyes flutter closed. Finally alone. For real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully, you're not poisoned. Yeah, we'll see. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. What? Can you blame me for not getting along with others? Well, I mean, I haven't had a real conversation with anyone since I was a child. I take the fact that I haven't slaughtered the newcomer for their meat yet as a win. They look pretty tasty though, so who knows what'll happen tomorrow. Hey Dwight, do we have a tarragon on this island? This is weird. I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't care enough to stop them. Might just have to kill Dwight to feel anything again. I'm not really sure how to feel about Bussy. On one hand, everyone I've cared about has met an awful fate. It's probably good for Bussy if they just keep ignoring me. On the other hand, there's something about them that maybe could work out for my plan, or for me. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are choices. Those are a choice, for sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that used me and threw me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Fucking bad.